So one of the things that I think is important to identify is why do people use these types of tactics? So the first thought that comes to mind is obviously people want control. They want control of the outcome, and it's usually for two reasons. Either they're scared or anxious of the outcome, like you said, or they're selfish. They want their way, and they want to make sure that they have their way so that they can enjoy the outcome that they wanted. One of the reasons that comes to mind actually is people have unmet needs and desires. Yeah. So sometimes when we're in a relationship, we do have needs that need to be met, whether that's like emotionally and communication. Maybe it's like, you know, on a physical level, I need certain things done. I need safety. I need shelter. We have a regular, you know, a standard of needs that we need met. And when those needs are not being met, which, you know, quite often can be the case because people are human and we make mistakes and we're not always perfect. We can't always live up to those standards. Then sometimes that can lead to those ultimatums being posed. Another example is also desperation and frustration. So if you were in a situation where you're like, I am so desperate because I've been waiting, I've been trying, I've been doing the same things over and over again and it's not working, then that can often lead to those same like ultimatums and threats. I remember actually like early on in our marriage, we were dealing with, you know, a lot of moving parts, figuring out how like to live together, figuring out what it meant to be married, figuring out like, you know, different like jobs and different things that were brand new as well, a new home. And we found out early on that I was pregnant, and right away it was like the pregnancy hormones were a factor. And there was, you know, there's a lot going on during that season. And I remember we had this one particular issue that like we were just butting heads on and we could not get past. And it got to the point where I was just like I'm not budging off of this point. I'm like, it's my way or the highway. And I very clearly posed it to Ruben. I'm just like, either we do this or I'm gone. And we went back and forth a lot. Ruben was very much like, I'm not dealing with an ultimatum. Like, no, you can't give me an ultimatum. And I was like, okay, then bye. And that's where a lot of, like, you guys have heard the stories of how during our first year, we were very close to divorcing because I had a very, like, unhealthy mindset about, like, if this is not going to be done my way, then I'm just going to leave. I can just go because it's, you know, I'm just not going to be happy. I'm not going to, you know, it's not going to work for us. We're going to keep fighting, and I'm not okay with that. And so we had to work through what that looked like. And, you know, thank God we did, and thank God we're here now. But Amen.